And managing editor of Avalon Daily, Ayodele Adio, joins us for discussions on the regulation of the media. Good to have you join us, Ayodele Adio.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
So it seems like we keep having this. I'm trying not to use the word obsession, but it seems like that's what it is in terms of regulation of the media over and over again. You've seen the articles of this new bill. What do you make of it?
I mean, I think you have your finger right on the button when you say, or when you talk about the obsession with regulating the media. And in essence, it's not really about regulating the media. It's really about shutting down dissenting voices and about, stopping criticism of those in government or those in power. And I've looked at, some of the provisions that is being proposed by, the member of the House of Representatives who seeks to amend the National Press Council Act. And some of them are just completely hilarious. Not even as brave. Even the military were not as brave and as widespread in terms of their role to wanting to gag the press, as I have seen in some of the provisions in that particular bill. And I've listened also to the spokesperson of the House of Representatives who talks about the fact that one of the reasons, or the major reasons why the media has to be regulated, is because of the preponderance, of fake news and its effect on national stability. As far as I know, in the last 2 decades, all of the insecurity crisis that we're currently facing in the country has largely been a consequence of the failure of leadership, the failure of both the executive and the National Assembly, and very, very little to do with the media in itself. You can argue that the media has probably, in certain times, sensationalized the news, or has sensationalized its reporting, which is quite worthy of criticism. But one thing you cannot say is that it's the media that has been responsible for the gross insecurity that we are currently facing. That drops squarely on the table of leadership that has been dismal, that has been absent in many cases, and it's been the consequences of the failure of the political elite. And no one should simply blame that on the Nigerian media.
All right, so when you listen to that statement coming from the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Amila, saying that he will not stand for any move to gag the media, what hope does that give you that this bill maybe might not pass?
Well, the truth is, my hope never rests on the words of politicians. I draw hope and inspiration from the fact that the Nigerian media, which is actually the defense of our liberty, will continue to fight as it has done since 1903, when even the colonial administration, tried to gag press freedom, in Nigeria. And, the same thing that the military administration did. And now, even when we're in the democratic dispensation, we still see the same traits, trying to replicate the colonial laws of repressing free press in Nigeria. And so my hope does not rest in what politicians say. My hope is drawn from the courage that press people have shown, from the courage that newspaper associations of Nigeria has shown, and the commitment to the defense of liberty of the Nigerian people, and the commitment to truth and to holding power to account. That is where, my confidence lies in.
And we saw that courage displayed on Monday with the information blackout caption and headlines across several newspapers. We hope that sent the message that it should send. Thank you so much for talking to us. Managing Editor of Avalon Daily, Ayodele Adio.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.